Ladies and gentlemen, I often talk about social justice warriors or far leftists or, narcissistic, mentally ill, delusional freaks, whatever you want to call them. I talk about them all the time. And there are some people who say, okay, maybe you're a little bit too over the top in describing them. They can't possibly be as bad or as obnoxious or as weird as you're saying. There has to be some other explanation. Maybe you're just doing this for clicks and views. Maybe you're doing this because you have a personal animus towards these people. Well, I absolutely do, but maybe you're just hyping it up. Well, today's topic is going to put that to bed, although I don't think this is really a discussion at this point. These people are genuinely insane. They are the most narcissistic people you would ever come across in your life. The fact that they would actually continuously push this type of narrative is just grotesque and obnoxious in the extreme. But today we're going to be talking about, yeah, you see the topic right there. And that is not being hyperbolic. Asmongold did a reaction. Grums did a reaction on Twitter. You have people that are melting down because of Stellar Blade. The fact that this character is attractive, and here's the thing, you have all of these people talking about this is causing women to harm themselves. I'm not kidding. We're going to go over it. This guy, Topik899, some of the posts that this guy puts out, we're dealing with a mental health crisis, and unfortunately, these people have jobs. Instead of being in padded cells, where they just rant to themselves and can't do any harm, these people are being paid. They're being given prestigious positions. They're being told that your opinions have to matter. Well, no, your opinions don't have to matter. We're laughing at you. We're mocking you. Because what you are saying is so absurd that it borders on, well, it doesn't border on, it crosses firmly into the pathological. If you believe that Stellar Blade, the female main character, if that is causing harm, you are insane. You are absolutely insane. There is no person in the gaming industry that should be spewing this type of bile. But they do it over and over again. Well, I'm here to tell you that my channel, at the very least, is going to make fun of you. It's going to call you out for your absurdity. This theatrics. Or, oh, if you have a realistic body proportion, which, by the way, this woman in Stellar Blade, she is based off of a real woman. We've seen the motion capture. What was it, the CEO or the president of the game studio behind this, they like showed his wife, and his wife is like absolutely gorgeous. Like, these people believe that the realistic body type is people within their inner circle. Ugly, unattractive women that don't go to the gym, that don't try to improve themselves in any way, are frumpy, they've got piercings, they're gross. They are gross. And this is the best that these beta males can get. So they say, okay, well, I gotta do everything I can to simp for this girl. I'm here to tell you, it's pathetic. Stop shaming attractive women just for being attractive. My God, we shouldn't even be having this discussion. Not one of these people had anything to say about Lady Dimitru or Demetrius or whatever the hell her name was from Resident Evil 8, 7 or 8. Not a thing to, oh yeah, oh, mommy, oh, she's 8 foot tall, she got a big rack, big hips, big ass. Oh, she was fine. But now you have a woman who actually has realistic body proportions, and they're treating it like This is just so unrealistic. This is so unbelievable. And I already played the clip from Iron Mouse. I'm tempted to just play it again. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play it again. Why the hell not? I know it pisses these people off. So why not? Let's see. Iron Mouse, Stellar Blade. Oh, we might do a little bit of a reaction to...
Stellar Blade? Oh my god. I've been seeing the gameplay to the... Oh my god. That looks so good. I can't wait to play it. I heard the demo's out, but I kind of want to wait for the full game. Ugh. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful game. Did you see how she looks in her skin suit? That is amazing. I want to be a sexy lady with a fat ass. I'm so glad they're finally embracing the sexiness. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying, okay? When I play a game, I want to be a sexy lady. I want to be a beautiful woman with huge boobies and a nice butt. It's fantasy. And in my fantasy, I want to be Stellar Blade Girl. Will people come at me and be like, wow, of course, she's... of course she's like this. Misogyny at its finest.
Based anime VTuber. But yeah, most people want to play a Stellar Blade. They're not having this crisis of conscience and identity and oh my god, if there's a woman who actually looks like women that actually exist, oh my god, I might have to go to the gym. I might have to stop eating 10 cakes a day and drinking a bunch of Diet Cokes, which, as we all know scientifically, Diet Coke counters all the cake that I eat. I mean, fucking hell. Really? Look, you don't like the aesthetics of the character, that's fine. You could just say that, hey, I don't like the aesthetics of this character. I disagree with you. I might make fun of you and call you a wimp or a leftist or whatever. But you're coming out here making these crazy claims. Anyway, let's, now that we're 7 minutes in, let's let Asmongold take it from here and sort of dive deep into this latrine. Unfortunately, Asmon's going head first. Sorry, buddy.
Literally killing women. The IGN France editor-in-chief, so this was after they posted their apology for the Stellar Blade article. He goes into, like, I mean, nobody knows what this is, right? So, like, somebody was able to translate it, and we'll listen to what he said. He's having a meltdown. Yeah, he's actually really upset about this. And he answered, yes, no problem. Go tell that to the women who are hit, killed, and denigrated or commit suicide because they can't live up to the fictional standards expected by men. The problem is not the sexy design itself, except that it sucks compared to others. But no, it doesn't. Shut up. No, it doesn't. What do you mean? Whatever. Okay, anyway, but the percentage of males who will only want this type of fictional body in reality. Obviously, we understand that this does not shock people who think that women are objects and must obey and be beaten. Oh my god, this guy needs to take his medication.
Ladies and gentlemen, these people will always tell you who they are. And this is what's on this person's brain. This is what they're thinking about. And I cannot emphasize this enough. What you have to understand is you have to stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt and thinking that they're normal human beings like you. They are not. This is not a reasonable, sane, sentient response. This is an incoherent ramble that has nothing to do with the subject matter. This guy knows that he's lost, he's angry, and so he's saying, well, this is going to hurt women. What? What are you saying? I just played Iron Mouse, and there are dozens of clips that I could pull up. In fact, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I can. Who cares if this video is 2 hours? Here we go. Here we go. Let's pull up this video.
Underestimate the power of kindness.
Oh shit!
Of
Well,
course, not.
So we've already seen IGN France disrespect the creator of Stellar Blade by saying, has he ever seen what a woman looks like? Which I made a video about that already. But now he has a complete meltdown. IGN then has to make an apology. It's a giant mess. Let's go ahead and dive in. This is what is up. So we got a translation here. Here we have a translation. Click case of this. So there we go. There goes the end of my life. Haven't ever seen that at all. Not to mention actual unaliving statistics. I mean, men by pigs come after people, and people have unalived themselves over that. I even remember a...
Oh man, yeah, what she's talking about is the left, these social justice warriors going after people, and just recently, somebody was driven to, they were driven to something horrible, and I mean, these people on the left, they view it as, they view it as their power, and so for them, they don't mind it. Well, anyway, I just want to show you. Here you have another woman, and whether you think that this butter witch is butter witch, whatever you think of Melanie Mack, the fact is that what she's saying here is absolutely correct in the parts that we listen to. She's right to point out the fact how heinous this is and how wrong it is.
Stellar Blade.
And so you have women all over coming out against these people. So what does that say when you have men and women coming out and condemning you and wanting to play this game? What it says is, you're loco. You are loco in the cabeza. You are insane. There is nothing about you that represents reality. You are in a delusional world. Well, if I don't get my way, if you don't censor these female characters, what about the women that self-harm? What about the people that self-harm because you and your cabal of degenerate low-life demons go after people and falsely accuse them of things, and you have no guilt over that. You don't care about that because you don't care about people. You don't care even about the fantasy made-up women in your head. When it comes to this, you're just using them as a shield because you don't like the fact that you're being criticized. You don't like the fact that IGN was put through the ringer. It was forced to apologize. You don't like that, so you're using women as a shield, which is what your kind on the left always does. And the reality is that normal people, and again, I can't believe I'm including the anime VTuber, but normal people want to play the game because people say that it plays good, that the gameplay is pretty interesting, the aesthetics are awesome, they like everything, they're saying this looks pretty good. I already said it in my last video, when Moist Critical, who is a left-wing loon, a left-wing lunatic, when that guy who collabs with Hassan and invites him over to his house to have chummy meetings together, when you've got that guy saying, hey, this game is great, you've lost, you have no leg to stand for, or stand on.
Vacation. Oh no. Does France have a mental health problem too? Oh god, this design makes us sigh and roll our eyes, and we laugh at anyone who needs it, man or woman, but that's it. The certainly clashing remark in the text, which targets the creative process, is not necessarily a specific designer or game director. This is obvious to anyone who knows a little French. Only has this impact because a good portion of gamers have become too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. These writers are completely insane. Okay, so I mean, obviously he's butthurt because they apologized for something like this is his newspaper, right? And they made him take it down. And so he's crying about it, and he's saying that, like, yeah, I'm sure that Stellar Blade is why women are being beaten and killed, okay? Yeah, and committing suicide. Like, listen, you think this isn't a problem for men? Like, there are plenty of guys. Remember we watched that video yesterday with, like, where the fuck was it? I don't know where it is. Yeah, this one here. The social media video. Like, you think that guys don't see this and think that they're a piece of shit too? What's this? You think that women have a monopoly on this? Like, oh.
Okay, well, this is very, 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 very different. So, I don't know about you, but I don't look like I don't look like any of the guys in those pictures. I'm not bulking out, crazy. I'm not Sam Sulek here. But I enjoy playing as muscular, like Conan, He-Man type characters. I like playing as strong warrior characters. I don't, it's sort of like I don't have that connection where if I see a character who's my gender, but they're attractive and they're muscular, that I go, oh man, oh, I'm depressed now. It's like, it's fantasy. It's like Iron Mouse was talking about. Iron Mouse isn't a small, like Korean woman, but she wants to play as Stellar Blade because we don't have to see ourselves represented to have a good time. I'm not, a short, blonde-haired elf, but I'll still play The Legend of Zelda. I think what we have here is that most girls who play games don't really need to see themselves represented. Most guys who play games don't need to see themselves represented. It's this fringe, narcissistic minority. It is this cringe fringe. It is this freak show cabal that have wormed their way into all of these forms of entertainment. They have to see themselves because they're that narcissistic. They are genuinely that narcissistic. And if anything goes against either what they look like or what their ideology says that people should look like, then they throw a tantrum. And the tantrum escalates even further if their ego is bruised because IGN had to apologize for the asinine and ridiculous statement. Ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a bunch of amateur children that don't have the mental faculties to deal with being an adult human being. And this is the result. This is beyond a mental illness, because mental illness you could excuse. These people are intentionally this way. And that's even worse.
Oh, wow. Well, we can't have unrealistic body standards for women. And by the way, the unrealistic body standard here is being thin and in shape. I mean, she doesn't have massive mega milkers or like a gigantic ass. She's just a hot, fit girl. If you go to a gym, go to a Gold's Gym, and you'll probably see 2 or 3 girls that look just like that. You will. Every fucking gym. So how is it really an unrealistic body standard when the only reason why there's more of them in the gym, more of them in one place than another, is that the one place is Golden Corral and the other one is the gym? What are we talking about?
That's phenomenal. Asman, what you don't understand is that, first of all, these people don't go to the gym. But more than that, the people they surround themselves with are all these sort of demonic, degenerate, just unctuous, gross. Like, I may be alone in this, but you ever notice that you look at some girls, and this applies to some guys, but you look at some girls and you feel gross. Like, you feel like they have a layer of film on them, and it's just like, ugh. There's a perfect example of that. The perfect example is the woman, what was her name? Alyssa something. I can't remember her name. Let me see if I can find it really, really quickly. I'll go on Grums's Twitter. But anyway, her name was Alyssa. She's the senior editor for Kotaku. I can't even be bothered to remember her name because she's not important enough to remember. But the point is, I took one look at her, and she just seems like if I were to, like, touch her, she would be sticky. Like, there's just something gross about, about some certain women. You can just tell. And those are the people that tend to have a problem. those are the ones that tend to have an issue when it comes to women who don't have that problem. And I can't seem to find her name going deep down here, but it almost doesn't matter what her name is. It's just for the sake of accuracy, I was hoping I could find it. But Grums, you kind of tweet a lot. You do kind of tweet a lot. It's kind of hard to find one post in all of this. Oh, this is interesting. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay. All right. Well, I might as well show this. Found by accident on Grum's Twitter. So apparently, this is a girl who looks like Eve from the game. Now, of course, it's not a 1-for-1, but here you've got a rather tall-looking. Well, I mean, not tall, but you get my point. She's got very long legs. So my point is, the idea that this is an unrealistic body standard is, well, okay. Actually, I didn't really think this through. Is this safe? Is this what? I didn't even think about it. Okay, all right. Whew. Okay, all right. It seems like it's all right. I started playing this, and then it finally dawned on me, like, holy shit, this could be just pornography, and be struck down from goddamn orbit. Anyway, my point is that the idea that the Eve from Stellar Blade is an unrealistic body proportion or body type that's hurting women is insane. It is something that should be mocked. The person who said it, that person, I mean, they shouldn't lose their job. They should just be mercilessly humiliated. People should make fun of them. They should comment on it like I'm doing. I'm not saying to go to their channel and say anything to them face to face. But yeah, the people who say stuff like that, they should be the internet's laughingstock. They should be the donkey. We use them as a joke because what they're saying is so insane. No, women are allowed to be attractive and beautiful, and no, it doesn't harm women to do that. What kind of a anti-woman misogynistic delusion are you under? That is insane. If you don't make women look mannish and ugly and hideous, and like Frankenstein's monster, an amalgamation of all the worst insecurities and aspects of being a woman, well then you are contributing to... Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You are part of the problem, and thankfully myself and many other people are part of the solution, and we will continue to make fun of you and humiliate you and your kind whenever you slither up from the abyss. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day. Yet another person like this comes forward. Yet another person like this is smacked down. We will continue to talk about this sort of stuff. We will continue to debunk it. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you liking. I appreciate you leaving a comment. If you want to support the channel, there are links to merch. I'm not really big on super chats and stuff like that. Only because, if you're going to give me some of your money to support the channel, I'd rather you get something tangible in return. Especially a Christ is King t-shirt. Because I know that if you wear that, you're going to irritate some of the worst people in the world. They're just irritated that you believe in Christ, the Savior. So, that'll be a good day. Anyway, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you next time.